Good morning, everybody. Here from beautiful Hawaii. My name is Daniel. I'm the owner of Daniel's Hawaii, which is a tour company here on Oahu. We do private and semi-private tours here on the island, and we have Facebook pages, YouTube channels, where we give information about Hawaii and how beautiful it is. And we also help the people that come here on vacation to get updates on recent news. That's why I'm talking to you today, because some of you might have heard that Hurricane Lane is on its way to Hawaii, and we get a lot of emails, we get a lot of Facebook messages of mostly tourists asking us, what to do. Shall we still come to the island? Shall we reschedule the vacation? Shall we stay inside the hotel? When is it gonna hit? So there's a lot of questions out there, especially from tourists. So I took the time this morning to do some more research, because of course the news can be sometimes a little bit confusing, and I've seen lines and lines of people buying water and batteries yesterday. So I'm actually questioning if that's really necessary or not. So I wanted to find out myself. I did a lot of research this morning about Hurricane Lane. So right now it's August 22nd and it's 8:16 in the morning. So let me give you an update on what Hurricane Lane is all about. First of all, Hurricane Lane, it is right now, it is a Category 4 hurricane. There's only 5 stages, so 4 is pretty bad. Category 4 means it's 131 to 155 miles per hour. In kilometers per hour, that's 210 to 249 kilometers per hour. That's the speed of the hurricane during a Category 4. It was a hurricane Category 5, which means that is 156 miles per hour or greater than 250 kilometers an hour. So it is very fast, and Category 5 is the highest category. So yes, it is definitely a threat. But what do we do with it? Let me tell you what we do in this video. Some questions that I asked myself. Number one, where is it going to hit and when is it going to hit? Number two, what to expect. So what do we have to expect? What will happen? Whether will there be trees flying around? Where, will houses just be swept away? What is going to happen? And then number three, what can we do? Like the people that are already here in Hawaii on vacation, or the people that live here, what can we do to make sure that we're safe? So let's start with question number one. Where is it going and when will it hit? I have this little graph here on the iPad. Maybe you can see that. Sorry about that. So this means, and what you can see there is that the hurricane will most likely not directly hit the islands. However, there's strong winds, and the strong winds will probably might cause some damage out here. So there is a hurricane warning in effect for Big Island and for Maui. Hurricane warning means, and I want to make that very clear, because there's a difference between a hurricane warning and a hurricane watch. So the news often says, it's a hurricane watch, it's a hurricane warning. So what's actually the difference here? Hurricane warning is in effect for Hawaii, the Big Island, and Maui. And for the Big Island, the hurricane warning is in effect for the Kona side, which is the west side of the island. And there are quite some tourists there, so it's important for you guys, if you're a tourist in Kona, to listen up what to do and what not to do, and what to expect. So it is still uncertain if the hurricane will hit us directly. Most likely the eye of the hurricane will not, but there's strong winds around it, so those strong winds are still pretty fast, pretty bad, can do damage to homes, to boats, and whatnot. So what is the difference between a hurricane watch and a hurricane warning? A hurricane warning means that, and I can pull that up here, a hurricane warning means that it's usually issued 36 hours before a tropical storm or force winds are expected. And a hurricane watch means that it might occur or it might not. So hurricane warning actually means that we are very certain that the hurricane will hit at some point. Hurricane watch means that it might not hit at all. So this is the difference. Again, for Big Island, for the Kona side, there is a hurricane warning. So we are pretty sure that it will hit and that it will affect the west side of the island, Maui and the Big Island. For Oahu and Kauai, other islands that we have here, especially Oahu with Waikiki, is one of the the hot spots for tourism. For Oahu and Honolulu, as well as Kauai, we have a hurricane watch. That means that speeds of up to 74 miles per hour or higher are expected, which is a category 1 hurricane. So it is really not as bad. So the people on the Big Island are the ones, and the people on Maui are the ones that are probably going to be affected the most by Hurricane Lane. For Oahu, Honolulu, Waikiki area, and Kauai, we have a hurricane watch. That means there will still be strong winds, but we will not be facing the eye of Hurricane Lane. Okay, so just wanted to make that very clear, because yesterday while driving out to my house on the southeast side, I saw people lined up at the gas station, running out of the stores with a bunch of water and all that. So the question is that really necessary? Because first of all, we are not even on Big Island or on Maui, which are the 2 islands that will most likely be affected. And second of all, is this just something the media makes us want to do? It's probably a big Costco commercial, big Costco advertisement, because they have to get rid of batteries and water. What to expect? This is question number 2. What to expect? We will expect heavy rainfalls, flash floods, starting Wednesday, today. It actually rained a few minutes ago here. I'm on Oahu and I'm on the southeast side of Oahu, so it rained a couple minutes ago. It stopped already, but we will have showers coming in, and heavy rain will be affecting the islands, which means that there will be flash floods. So what is a flash flood? Especially for the tourists, a flash flood does not mean that the ocean level rises and the whole island will be flattened and will be underwater. This is not what a flash flood is. And I have a lot of tourists on my tours with Daniel's Hawaii. When they're out here and there's a lot of rain, they get a flash flood warning on their phone, and then they ask me, oh my god, we didn't know what to do. Flash flood means that most likely the water that will come down from the mountains and that will come on the rainfall, it's so much water that that's a sewer cannot handle it. So instead of the water flowing off the street and down the mountains into the ocean, the canals and the sewer cannot handle the amount of water that is actually coming in. So a lot of the roads might be underwater. So be very, very careful if you're driving, because there will be aquaplaning, meaning it will be very dangerous to drive your car. So be very, very careful there. So we're expecting flash floods Wednesday, starting Wednesday, which is today, and we also expect high surf and high winds. Unfortunately, probably with the high surf, there will be a lot of wind, so it's not the greatest surf conditions out there. On Big Island, we already have closures. We have park closures. So South Point on the Big Island is completely closed. You're not allowed to go there. So there are some closures. The University of Hawaii on the Big Island is closed as well. So yay, no school. But be careful out there. So make sure that everybody is safe. As I said before, beach parks are closed. Some of the campsites are closed on the Big Island and on Maui. Flights, what about flights? You might be watching this and ask yourself, well, you know, I was supposed to fly in on Saturday, Sunday, or you know, one of the next days to the Big Island or to Maui. As of now, I checked and there's no cancellations, so there's no flights that were canceled so far. Which doesn't mean anything because we're still a couple days away from the hurricane actually being very close to our islands. But as of now, there's no cancellations. Hawaiian Airlines, however, they will, let me see, they will offer waivers for inter-island flights. So if you want to reschedule your inter-island flight, you can do that. Just go to the Hawaiian Airlines website and you should find more information about rescheduling inter-island flights right there. Number 3, what to do. So now you're already here on the island, or on one of the islands, and you ask yourself, okay, what can I do to keep my family safe? What can I do to, you know, save myself? I checked a couple websites of what to do. How can you prepare? How can you prepare for a storm? People on the Big Island will get hit first, so they will have the biggest impact there. So for them, it is probably a good idea to have enough water at the house, have food for a couple days at the house. This does not mean that I'm telling you right now, run to Costco and buy whatever water you can find. If you don't want to spend so much money on water, the easiest way to save a lot of water so that you have something is fill up your bathtub. 5 gallons of water last a normal person 3 to 5 days. So if you have 5 gallons, then, you know, per person, then you guys should be good for 3 to 5 days. Easiest way, as mentioned before, is fill up your bathtub and just have the water there. Please make sure boat owners on the Big Island secure your boats. The website of the Big Island or Hawaii County actually says it, that you should secure your boats. And if you you know, if you have a yard and you have stuff in the yard, I always see those little trampolines and all this. Make sure this is all either, you know, taken down, which is probably the best idea, or you tie it down, which might be, you know, might be a good idea, but I would just, you know, break it up and put it down, because if this thing flies around and hits your house, then there's a lot of damage to the house and you don't really want that. What else we have? Yeah, have enough food for a couple days. You know, just make sure that you have enough food for your family, for you and your family. And that's about it for now. I don't want to exaggerate anything. Again, when we did this for when we did those videos for the volcano on the Big Island, I made it very clear, and this is really what I want to do. Just give you guys the facts and nothing but the facts. No big drama. So these are the facts, and feel free to check out our YouTube channel. If you want more videos, I will probably be around the island the next days, getting some footage in. So please follow us on Facebook, facebook.com and then /Daniels Hawaii, or just look for Daniels Hawaii, and you will find us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want more news and more videos about Hawaii. And if you ever come to Hawaii and you want to go on tour, please feel free to give us a call, danielshawaii.com. Thank you very much. Everybody out there, please stay safe, and aloha.